Hey there, folks. Welcome back. It's AK, and we're back on the Cubeaholics server. I, of course, am out at my home in Bora Bora, as you can see down below you, and I've got a little bit of an update here. Let me switch my camera around, and you will see what I mean. Oh, Pumpkin Tower. Oh yeah, folks. Been hard at work on Pumpkin Tower. So it's nowhere near done, but it has begun, and that is the good news. So yeah, let me show you real quick just what I've been up to. Been basically building Pumpkin Tower here, and the way this thing works, for those of you not so familiar with pumpkins, is every 4 or 5 levels, I guess. I think I've been putting some jack-o'-lanterns in there, and the faces all face each other, so they're hidden, so you can't see the faces. Because I'm not too huge a fan of the faces. I'll use them from time to time, but not too much. But anyways, the whole thing stays nice and lit up, excuse me, at night, which is really cool. And yeah, I've got to put the floors in, and I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with the roof. And this is spruce, by the way, in case you're not it's kind of hard to tell sometimes the different color woods and stuff when you change around texture packs. So anyways, basically working on this little bridge here to go back and forth between the pumpkin tower and the nether portal. Because now that the nether hub is going strong, or is getting there, it makes transportation to and from everywhere really easy, which is fantastic. Ooh, I got some ice to harvest too, which is nice. I need to move those torches, but I only lose a couple blocks, so it's not a big deal. I'd rather not get spawns up here. So anyways, I decided to build this here little slab tower just so that I would have or excuse me, slab bridge, so that I'd have an easy way to get back and forth between Pumpkin Tower and my home, because what I was doing was jumping off the diving platform and then swimming over and then climbing up the rock. And I was like, not the greatest idea, especially because I have a feeling that as I get Pumpkin Tower built, I'm probably going to put my main living quarters up high, because then I have the cool view. And I know my render distance is not on right now because it tends to slow things down quite a bit. But if I jack my render distance up, then I'm going to get a even better view than I have right now, which is just totally cool. So this has kind of been my main project lately. So working on that there pumpkin farm, and working on the pumpkin tower, and yeah, pretty soon it's pumpkin apocalypse time, people. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Adson has definitely corrupted me to the land of pumpkins and melons, and he's the melon guy and I'm the pumpkin guy, it looks like now. So what can you do? Anyways, so just want to give you a little update, and I'll probably do some more work on this, and I'll get back with you in a little bit. Alrighty. Hey there, folks. Good morning. Welcome back. Time for another update. It was night when I was going to start recording, and so I thought, hey, let me get you a good view for the morning. It is a beautiful place up here. I really do enjoy where my base is. So I have quite a bit of an update. It's actually been a long time since I recorded, and I didn't really realize it until I pulled up my last video my last footage that I recorded, and realized that I hadn't finished Pumpkin Tower yet. I was like, oh, dude, this is like days old. So, ta-da! The first tier of Pumpkin Tower, the first tower of Pumpkin Tower, is done. And I like it. It's a little... Yeah, you can probably guess what I'm going to say. It's a little too much like a pencil. It's a little too much like a carrot stick. It's a little too straight up and down. I'm going to be adding on to it in odd ways, hopefully, that it's going to make it, more, uh, yeah, more just good. That's a project that's coming up, by the way, in case you're wondering what that is. That's a project that's coming up. But lots of updates. So I finished the tower. Let me give you the tour of the tower, and then we'll move on to the next piece that I want to show you. So when you walk in, this is where I'm going to bump out, basically. I'm going to go out and create side towers. But for now, I have an updated version of the super smelter in place. So just a real quick update in case you don't remember the super smelter. This is I got this from Mumbo Jumbo. He had this on one of his like life hack type videos. And basically you put a chest on top of that hopper and a chest on top of this hopper, and what you have is a really huge automatic smelting device. You put all your items up there, you put all your coal in this one, and then basically everything just drops into the furnace. Your coal stays updated, and everything then drops from there into the chest. Now, you can do it a little bit differently, like I'm taking up more vertical space than this amount of materials would require, but I didn't want to block up the window too much. So that's why I put it there. I could, of course, take out that log right there and put the hopper on the other side, but I didn't want to mess with the structural integrity of my building, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, this is a slightly condensed version, especially on the vertical, because I don't have all the stuff sticking out the side, but it still works the same. I put my items here that need to get smelted. I rarely have more than 5 stacks of stuff at a time. I can fill this one up with coal, so pretty much an endless supply. Everything goes into the furnace. Once it's done, drops to the hopper, into the chest, and I got tons of space in there because I tend to keep things pretty clean as it is. So anyways, just a little space saving, a little vertical space or horizontal space saving. It's kind of the idea there. So I have my super smelter for when I come in. I have my chest room. This one, by the way, just is one of those little mental blocks. When I first set this room up, you can see how all the pumpkin walls are 3 across. And I was looking at this thinking, how am I going to do my chests? I only have, I only have one space wide. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And how am I going to stack these things in? Am I going to do like a double chest there and then sticking out? Like I was flummoxed until I remembered you can have one wide chest, bro. I'm so used to double chests. So anyways, that's why these in the center are trap chests and those on the side are not. And the idea basically being, I mean, it's a ton of single chests, and but it can fill up even more. And a lot of these don't have anything in them anyways. But also chests on the top row. That's why those are slabs. So anywho, that's my chest storage room. And then this top floor here, basically, ooh, is a big old cupola, I guess. It's a cone. It's cone shape, but I left it empty and did a little interesting work with stairs and things like that. But what you get is this nice airy, kind of effect, which is cool. Everywhere in this tower, except for that cube of glass up there at the top, that glass block, is all orange tinted. The one at the top is clear. Those are just empty spaces. But yeah, basically that's the top floor. And then you can see I put the glass blocks in the center of each floor also. So you can kind of see on the way down. So chest room, room with the smelter, level with my bed, got an anvil going there, nothing, nothing, and the bottom floor where I have a chest where I keep like pumpkin stuff. And basically pumpkins are very easy to grow. I have my pumpkin farm under the hobbit hole, which you've probably seen. Sugarcane is easy. There's sugarcane all around spawn, just tons of it. But eggs were tricky. Eggs were tricky. I didn't want to empty out the chicken farm. I hate to call it a farm, but it's the chicken block. The chicken, it's not a cube. But anyways, the chicken device that's in spawn. I didn't want to take all the eggs in case anybody else needed eggs. So I rigged up a little device, and I will show it to you right now. Sploosh. A little bit of lag there, but hey, what can you do? So I'm so happy to have Depth Strider 3 back, let me tell you. I'll show you the town here, the little village. It's not a village or a town. I'll show you the little hotel thingy in just a second. But first, since we're on the egg conversation, let me show you my little egg device. And then we're going to do a little work together. So basically, I built this over here. Jeesh. 2 hoppers run into a chest, glass around to keep these guys in place, and 5 chickens. I just grabbed a couple stacks, I think a stack or 2 of eggs, and just threw them in there until they broke. And they grow up, and they give me tons and tons and tons of eggs, which means I have a pretty much limitless supply of pumpkin pie, which I feel like a kid getting to eat pumpkin pie. It's just the coolest thing. Anyways, like a kid getting away with something. I'm like, oh, I get pumpkin pie. So anyhow, I decided to revamp this little Club Med, or not, I always say Club Med, this little Four Seasons thing that I had going on. Decided to revamp it a little bit because when I originally built it, I put the blocks down in the level of the water, like this row right here, which I'm sure you've seen if you've watched any of my prior videos, and I just didn't like it. The original Four Seasons Bora Bora has, um, the deck is suspended. Not suspended, it's on pylons, you know what I mean? But it looks kind of suspended because, like that dock system, they have little pylons that go down underneath. Those look to be a little more realistic. I guess I should have used the sticks, but when you use or fence posts, but when you use fence in the water, it makes a big hollow spot of air around it, and just didn't quite look right. So I decided to elevate this and change things up a little bit. So I basically demolished the four little houses that I had and decided to rebuild them. I was just going to rebuild them in birch and something like the old look, but I didn't really like the old look that much. So I decided to redo it in pumpkin because this is Pumpkintropolis after all, isn't it? So, what I did was, for those of you who maybe watched any of my Verge SMP videos, you might recognize this general shape. When I made the bomb, it was pretty much like this. It's essentially an 8 by 8 sphere, if you want to call it that, as much as you can get as much as spherical as you can get in an 8 by 8 space in Minecraft, where everything is a cube. But essentially, it gives a lot of space. It's like a lot more interior space than the previous one. They're very quick and easy to build. They only require one more door to look cool, and as you can see, this just drops you right down. So you can get in a boat and then like take off and go sailing, or whatever. So and by using jack-o'-lanterns, there's no exposed torches, which is cool. The light level stays like 14, 15 in here, which is great. Um, and then it kind of protrudes from the outside to do glass blocks there, but I didn't like the way the panes looked, just kind of floating. So decided to stick with the glass block, as you can see. Let me get over here so you can get a better look. And if you want to do something like this, you can decide if you don't mind the protruding aspect or, whatever. Anyways. So I started to this one basically this is the footprint of the old cabins just raised up from where I was going to build the new cabins. But now that I'm doing the pumpkin hut design, it's really easy to convert. So I converted this one over to the dirt pad that we're going to put our pumpkins on top of. And I don't know, I had this feeling. I was like, maybe you guys would want to see how this works. So let's go ahead and I don't think I've really built anything substantial on camera in like forever, which is kind of cool. So let's do it. I'll show you how this works. Basically, you can see the shape here. It's these are 8 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And this thing is a snap to build. Snap to build. Thanks to the voxel generator, and I will put a link in the description. I love this particular website that has this really cool, amazing tool on it. It makes building shapes like this, any kind of shapes, so much easier. I used it for the cone tower, the cone roof of the tower. Oh, here comes somebody. Oh, you know what? It could be Adson. Adson and I were maybe going to do something, but I have my chat turned off because it's distracting when I'm trying to record. So I have a feeling that was him though, because I think I saw the melon skin. So if it is him, I'll take a break and catch up with you in a little bit. But oh, that's lovely. That's so nice. That was probably him. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a break because this gets annoying more than it's funny, and I'll get back with you in a little bit. Okay, folks, we're back in. I had to turn my chat off because someone was being annoying earlier, so I had to get back on Skype and tell Adson why I wasn't responding to him. That's why he shot me with an arrow. So anyhow, so this is how you build this little cube thingy. Now, of course, I'm only building the top part. The top part of the cube. You could make this completely spherical if you wanted to. But, you know, this is going to be, this is, I'm going to show you the basics of it. So actually there would be another two. There would be another two right there. Like here, let me show you on this one. There would be these two blocks up in the front, but I'm just going to leave them for now. Just going to leave them for now. And I'm going to go ahead and put my doors. Let's go ahead and put my doors down just for, what I do with my doors. Acacia doors. I thought I made more acacia doors. Did I not? Oops, I'm in there. Yes, I did. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need 4. So, okay, cool. So, basically, here's how you do it. You build the, I'll just show you because it's kind of a pain. This whole part here is kind of a pain. And the reason it's a pain is only because I'm using pumpkins. If you weren't using pumpkins, this part would actually be very easy. But because you can't just put a pumpkin up in the air next to another pumpkin, it has to be sitting on a solid block, then this part gets kind of, you know, kind of tricky, kind of frustrating. So here's what you do. You put your lime in your coconut and you shake it all up. I am doing this just for light purposes and also because I think it looks kind of cool. So slap those on and then I'll get the doors. And then from after I get the doors on, we'll go in a little more sequential of a manner. But chunk chunk, there we go. Okay, so essentially what you do is, as you can see, it's a 8 across like we talked about, and then basically it's, you can also think of it as what is it? Oh wait, is this off? Oh, I didn't exactly count it right, did I? Oh darn, may have to do some fixing. Yep, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I forgot. I gotta do some. I think I. 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. Hmm. No, 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 no. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I just check it. I just did something strange up in the front. 1, 2, 3. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's what it was. I really didn't need to do. I should have built sequential like I thought I was going to. Didn't need those. Got to move these now. There we go. And now these should be out. Right, right? Huh? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shouldn't be 7. Right, right, right. I got to take those out. So those two are right though. So these. Is it just those two? Gosh, it's sometimes it feels so ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, 6, 6, 6, 6, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, good, good, good. Now, these that I just placed and had to destroy, they were in the wrong spot. They needed to be here. So, ta-da! And then let's slap these doors down. Just, that's what was supposed to happen. Okay. And now it's easy actually. From here on out, this part's actually quite easy. What you really do actually, from this floor to the next floor, is you duplicate layers. So we're going to leave these hollow, however, because we want not a solid space. We want a hollow space because we're using it as a living space. So do. Like that, and like, oops, wait. I got a little over anxious. Okay, good. So duplicate the space, duplicate the layer, duplicate the layer, duplicate the layer. Yeah. I kind of like to, by the way, you probably figured this out by now, but I kind of like to hide the faces of the pumpkins in most situations, if possible. So that's kind of why I'm doing this, and I sort of forgot that when I was first doing it, because I'm trying to move quickly. But you know, when you move quickly and you're building, it just kind of tends to not work out so great. So maybe I'll time lapse this. As I'm doing this now, I'm thinking I probably will time lapse it since I'm having to redo a bunch of stuff. So there it is. And there you have it, folks. A fully functional pumpkin hut. Is it perfect? Nothing's perfect. But is it cool? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pumpkin hut. Now, of course, you just have to go through and clean up your dirt and stuff and put in your pylons. Now, this is where, actually, I forgot, I already have my pylons in place, which is awesome. If you do not have, by the way, depth strider boots, I highly recommend it for this kind of work. It will make your life so much easier. I mean, of course, that's easy for me to say. If you haven't been enchanting or if you don't have the resources to get it, then, you're like, oh, of course Depth Strider 3 is nice. But give me a break, I don't have it. But it's nice. I missed it, I missed it a lot. And for me, it's worth wearing leather boots just to have it. I won't leave them on all the time, probably. I'll take them off when... see, you move so fast. There we go. We're almost done here, folks. We're almost done, and then one more, two more. Yes. And we're all set. Check it. Ta-da! The pylons are holding up our pumpkin hut. Doot 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 doot. Pumpkin hut. Now all it needs is a sign. Do I have a sign? Let me see if I have a sign. Because if I do, then we can finish this baby off. No, I don't. That's okay. We don't need to put a sign up. We'll put a sign up later on. But for now, we have a second pumpkin hut done. And I mean, really, who would not want to stay in a pumpkin hut? This is like the coolest thing. Of course, it's not furnished, so let me show you the other one. But here's the idea, is that you can come over here, you can hop in your little pumpkin hut, and have a place to rest and relax. There's a bed for you to sleep the night if you'd like to. There's a furnace for you to cook up your stuff, any fish you might catch. Speaking of fish to catch, there's a fishing rod in the chest. I mean, it's quite a sweet deal, for free. It's a pretty cool place to crash because you can come out here on the back porch and just fish at night. You do sometimes get zombies and mobs and things coming over. But hey, that's spice of life. That's Minecraft for you. So anyways, you can fish from right here. And then once you have your fish, you can come on in here and throw it in the barbecue. And, you know, it's a lifestyle, man. I wish I could live here. That's pretty sweet. So, anyways, there's the pumpkin hut. There's the update on Pumpkin Tower. And pretty soon we'll be starting on this next project right over there. And I'll be sure to give you updates. So, thanks very much. We'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Comments are sweet. Love ya. Cheers.